mtazamaji wangu upo salama nami nipo uhai. Kwa hiyo tunashukuru Mwenyezi Mungu Jalali Arathi Jalia kwa siku ya leo ni adhuhuri ya kwanza ya Jumamosi mwezi wa Mei. Tunakaribisha tena katika mpango mzima wa Sport Sugu. Kumbuka kwamba hapa ndio makao yako katika mpango mzima, kwamba tunakuletea kila kinachojiri katika viwanjani, haswa katika ligi kuu ya wanawake na vile mambo ambayo yanaathiri wanawake kwa ujumla tutanguzungumzia katika awamu ya pili. Kumbuka tunaye Gladys Midecha ambaye atazungumzia zaidi kuhusiana na wanawake. Kwa hiyo usikae mbali, kumbuka kwamba we ndio nguzo kabambe kabisa kuhakikisha kwamba sisi tupo. Kama haupo basi nasi hatupo. Kila siku sipo peke yangu, nipo naye mjomba Kiarie.
Asante sana ndugu Kadeli, na kweli lugha la Kiswahili waelewa kabisa. A warm welcome to another exciting show. Sport Sugu is your home. Here we say we have a dedicated women only channel where we talk about sports. We laugh, we tear, but at the end of the day tunasema it is women in sports. And my friend has said all our channels, the GBS Africa, we are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, yote at GBS Africa. Our SMS is 21144. Our WhatsApp line 0742 529 011. Njomba.
Na kumbuka kwamba tunalo swali la siku, na ikumbuka kwamba kesho tarehe 8 kuna mechi babu kubwa, kuna derby ambapo Thika Queens watamenyana na timu ya Ulinzi Starlets. Kwa hiyo tuma arafa katika 21144 ukitujuza kwamba je, ni Ulinzi Starlets ambao wataibuka na ushindi ama ni Thika Queens. Mjomba, leo mambo ni makubwa.
Leo tunaanza kabisa na last week tulisema 30th April tulisema timu ya wanawake ya raga walisafiri wakaenda Tunisia. Naam. Hiyo tournament ilikuwa ikiitwa hiyo?
Ilikuwa inaitwa African Women Rugby Sevens kiputi ambacho kilitendeka kule Tunisia. Na walifanya vizuri japo hawakuibuka washindi. Tumezoea Afrika Kusini ndio wanadada ambao wanajiita Springbok Women's waliibuka na lile taji na watakuwa na safiri mwezi wa Julai kuelekea kule katika shindano la Commonwealth ili kuwakilisha Afrika kule Birmingham. Lakini wanadada wetu hakutuangusha, manake katika pool B katika siku ya kwanza walikuwa katika nafasi ya 4, zile rankings walikuwa katika nafasi ya 4, licha ya wenzetu Uganda walituchapa katika ile pool B. Walitutwanga kabisa. Kwa hiyo Kenya waliweza pia kubanduliwa kabisa, kubanduliwa kabisa na Tunisia katika hatua za kwenda finali. Kwa hiyo ni kitu kizuri kwamba tulifika katika hatua za finali, licha tulipigwa seti 19-5.
Yote 9 tunasema we congratulate our women for the exposure, for the participation. Na pia upande wetu tunajivunia, we are seeing more and more women participation in continental affairs. Pia tunasema we are hoping that we are going to see more youth development programs ambazo pia najua shirika we have been trying to kuza vitaji. We have been trying to say youth development is the root. That is where we need to start to grow with it.
Tunaanza hapa chini tukienda juu.
Yote 9. Keep it posted at Sport Sugu where we bring you dedicated women only channel.
Kumbuka kwamba tumekuuliza swali hapo kidogo kwamba ni Ulinzi Starlets ama ni Thika Queens. Jibu lako katika arafa 21144. Derby kubwa hiyo. Lakini yote 9 ni kwamba timu ya Masumbi pia iliweza kusafiri hapo jana.
Yes, waliondoka jana na wanaenda Istanbul, Uturuki. Wanasema ni World Women Boxing Championship. Inaanza leo hadi tarehe 20. Na inaanza kesho Jumapili. Walisafiri jana. Walisafiri jana, kesho salama. Nawatakia kila laheri. Na we again here na wadha wangu, we are seeing a very good representation of Kenyan women in sports. Kweli we have seen the Boxing Federation of Kenya. We have seen the Olympics in March walikuwa Congo. They had a tournament and these are the kind of encouragement we'd like to see.
Ndio hayo. Natumai kikosi hicho kinaongozwa na Musa Benjamin. Kitatufanya vizuri na kuna kikosi ambacho kimetajwa jumla ya wachezaji 10 ambao watawakilisha Kenya katika kipute hicho. Labda nikitaja tu Kiarie.
Mbali
tuambie mtazamaji je ni haraka. Kuna Elizabeth Andiego, samahani. Lightweight category ako katika kategoria lightweight. Evelyn Akinyi welterweight category, Teresia Wanjiro vile light welterweight category, na vile Christine Ongare minimum weight category, Stacy Ayuma lightweight, Lona Kusa, na vile kuna Mina Martha, Anna Wanjiro, Beatrice Okoth na Elizabeth Akinyi ambaye ni wa middleweight champion. Boxer.
Sasa tunataka pia tunarudishia Jamal. Jamal Ombok is the chair, is the national president Boxing Federation of Kenya. Kazi mzuri tunaona anafanya kukuza boxing, kuleta boxing katika tena na for him kuna ripoti zinatufikia. He has been nominated for the Africa Federation presidency. Sasa pia asiwe tu president wa boxing Kenya, akuwe president wa boxing Africa
nzima.
Yote tunasema italeta brand visibility, brand talkability to women, to boxing in Kenya. And we hope the women boxers, they are going to be also part of the team.
Kabisa. Natumai mazarika wetu watatufanya vizuri.
Na wengine tunataka youth development kote in all fields.
Kwa hiyo jambo lingine Kiarie. Ligi kuu ya kinadada.
Yes.
Tumezoea kwamba tunataja tu timu, tuna Ulinzi Starlets, kuna Vihiga Queens,
kuna
Gaspo, kuna Wadadia, kuna Kangemi Ladies,
Kisumu Starlets na wengi.
Lakini hatutaji makocha. Kwamba mtazamaji ukimuuliza hivi sasa kocha wa Ulinzi, labda wachache tu watakwambia kwamba ni huyu. Kocha wa Thika Queens akwambie mmoja tu ndo atakueleza kwamba Benta Achieng ndio kocha. Labda Kiarie, nani makocha wa Vihiga Queens? Ndio kwa faida ya mtazamaji apate taswira kwamba nani anaongoza timu ipi katika KWPL.
Kwanza kabisa na asante sana kwa mjadala wa coaches. Hapa tunasema we are doing Kenyan Women Premier League. Lakini tunaona kuna more men coaches
kabisa
coaching Women Premier League. Hatujui kama ni ile transition ya normal women,
kwamba timu ni ya
wanadada,
lakini wakufunzi
ni wanaume
wachache sana ambao ni wa kike.
Sasa hapo pia tunaleta jambo la transition. Are there more women players transition into coaching courses? Na tunaona tu ni timu mbili out of 12 clubs. Out of 12 clubs ni timu mbili peke yake ambazo zinakuwa coached na wanawake. Ni Gaspo na
Gaspo tumeona anaongozwa na anaitwa Tilana na vile vile na Thika Queens ambao ni wanaongozwa na Benta Achieng. Kumbuka kwamba Thika Queens ni mabingwa wa msimu jana. Kwa hiyo anaongoza vizuri.
Wako position, wako namba 4.
Thika Queens wako nafasi ya 4 na vile vile Gasp na vile vile Thika tumetaja kwamba Tilana Gaspo wako katika nafasi ya 3. Thika Queens nafasi ya 4. Kwa hiyo tutazungumza zaidi kuhusiana na jambo hilo. Je, makocha ambao ni wa kiume wanaongoza sana katika ligi ya wanadada na tunapata kwamba wakufunzi ambao ni wanadada ni wachache mno, 2 peke yake.
Na hata pia kabla tupate tama la maji naona pia tutazungumzia kwa kirefu na ule guest wetu wa heshima about the women in sports.
Tuendelee kusemezana kwamba kama haupo sisi hatupo. Kwa hiyo tunapumua kwa sasa, lakini kwa hivi punde baada tu ya muda mchache tu tutakuwa tunarejea na Gladys Midecha, tutakuwa tunasemezana zaidi. Kwa hiyo usikae mbali.
Everywhere GBS.
Na mtazamaji wangu, tunarudi tena hapa katika mkwaju wa Sport Sugu. Kumbuka kwamba hili ni jukwaa lako na tumekuuliza swali hapo awali, je, ni Thika Queens ama ni Ulinzi Starlets ambao ni timu ambazo zinamenyana kesho. Je, nani ataibuka na ushindi? Ni baby, nani ataibuka na ushindi? Tuma arafa yako katika 21144. Kumbuka kwamba katika awamu hii tutakuwa tunazungumzia zaidi kuhusiana na mama zetu katika tasnia zote za spoti. Kuna msemo unasema kwamba mamangu, mlezi marithia, bima ya maisha, dira ya maisha yangu, na vile vile mgeni wangu gerezani. Kumbuka kwamba hapa tunashughulikia mustakabali zaidi wa mama zetu wa kesho katika tasnia nzima ya spoti. Na leo tunaye Gladys Midecha ambaye ni mwanaripota katika runinga ya K24 katika upande wa spoti. Leo Kiarie hapati raha jamani. Kiarie, mgeni wetu.
Kwanza kabisa Ekadeli, nakushukuru sana kwa Kiswahili. Na hata nimeona guest wetu amesmile hapo, ndio nikajua imenitisha pia. Gladys Midecha, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
At least we can have a good laugh.
I was actually worried when he started in Kiswahili because my Kiswahili is not very good, lakini I can try.
Hata Shen pia tuna. Hii ni Sport Sugu. Hapa hapa tutapiga Shen.
Kila kitu.
Lakini unajisikia vyema?
Niko salama na shukuru.
Karibu katika anga za GBS.
Asante sana, nimeshukuru zaidi.
So you think we just dive straight. Who is Gladys Midecha? Tuanzie tu hapo.
Gladys Midecha is a mother of one.
Okay.
I'm a mother, yes.
Okay.
I am a sports enthusiast. I'm a sports reporter. I am a football commentator. And I venture into anything that is sports and arts. But most of all, I am a sports reporter currently, K24 TV. Yes.
Labda Midecha, umetuambia kwamba wewe ni commentator, lakini tunataka kujua, je, safari yako mpaka umefikia katika kiwango cha kuwa mwanaripota ambaye ndio journalist wa sports. Je, tumezoea kuona wanaume katika kile kitengo ndio wanasimama na mic pale na wanatangaza mpira, lakini sasa Midecha yupo hapa na anatangaza spoti. Je, safari yako ilianza wapi ukafikia katika kile kiwango kwamba wewe ni mtangazaji wa sports kule K24 ama commentator?
First, I started in 2009.
Okay.
I was in the stadium. Kwa watch game ya FC na I think it was Mathare United. And I remember that game FC ilipoteza 2-1. And seated behind me, I was talking with my friends na tulikuwa analyze game. So vile tulikuwa naongea tu, someone was seated behind me and asked information about me. They got my number. Robin Toskin. I remember him at that time. He was working at Standard Media. And he took my number. Akani refer to someone else in KBC. So the first station nilienda nikafanya kazi ilikuwa KBC, but I was not employed. Nilikuwa nafanya ile ambayo tunaita appearances. I go. Nafanya show na analyze mpira. And that's why I started. So I started in 2009 analyzing Sekafa. That time Sekafa was being broadcasted in KBC peke yake. Na hapo ndo nilianzia. So kuanzia 2009 all the way up to 2012, 2013 nilikuwa naenda KBC nafanya football analysis, local league, na pia nikaanza kwa league ya at that time pia Sekafa. Then in 2011 that time NTV Joshua Makori pia akaanza kunialika. That time kulikuwa na ile mwana sporti QTV. So nikaenda huko, nilikuwa naenda huko KBC, huko KBC nafanya appearances pale KTN nini. But at that time bado nilikuwa shule nasoma journalism. Yes.
Lakini labda pia Ekadeli is not asking the question, manake naona he's just smiling pale.
Alichukuliwa tu akiwa anazungumza.
Glado, nimuita Glado sasa lugha ya mtaani. Manake, this sports enthusiasm, where did it turn from? Because the whole, the whole energy, the whole sports enthusiasm, it didn't just bubble up.
It didn't bubble up. When I was in primary school, I was the only girl who used to play football with the boys team.
Wow.
So, yes, nilikuwa naenda pale, siku ya games, mimi ndio nakimbia 4x4, nakimbia 400, nilikuwa nakimbia. I was a very serious athlete. I would go for swimming. Nilikuwa naenda najaribu kila kitu. So my parents used to, walikuwa nachoka. And I would come home, mimi niko mchafu kuliko my cousins. All of us. Nimecheza football, nimechelewa, nachukua ball nyumbani napeleka shule. And then my late grandfather was a football enthusiast. So on Saturdays, asubuhi, wachana na squeezy nyamjui, tuko na watch football mundial. Ile football made in Germany. TV ya Great Wall black and white. Hiyo ndo ilikuwa form.
Ile ya mchele.
Ile mchele.
Saturday asubuhi hiyo ndo kitu ambayo nilikuwa nafanya.
Ile akina Gladys walikuwa kisema na support black kama white. Sikio kwa story ya majezi, mayelo,
Ilikuwa
black kama white, walikuwa kibet black kama white. Ya katizo.
So at that time that's where it all started from. And I think one of the greatest moments I remember was in it had to be 98. Senegal ikifika quarter final.
AFCON.
No, World Cup. Ilikuwa, that was a very big moment for me. Nakumbuka nilitoka kwa estate nje nikaambia kila mtu Senegal imefika quarter final, and I remember I hajjed you off with his hair. And from that time ndo akatoka akakuja Liverpool, and it was a big deal. And my grandfather was a supporter of Portugal, so I support Portugal.
To date?
To date.
Wow.
I support Portugal to date. I am carrying on the legacy. And so kutoka hapo mpaka where I am today, football for me, sports started uko mbali sana.
Chini.
Chini. No, I think then we just get to, because Sports SUGU, kwanza welcome once again. Sports SUGU is a dedicated women in sports channel. And we want to get it out. Watakani watu wakijue anything about women in sports. Vile unasema umeanzia hapa, the passion, the synergy in women, and we want to bring it out and inspire more and more people. Now, women in sports journalism, because that is where we have many people say want to watch online. We have got many people watching us online. And the one question is, Ekadeli, Kiari, women in sports journalism, umetoka wapi?
Manake Kiari, tumezoea wanaume ndo
wako. So at what point, because even most women who are, they either choose administration, they either choose back office, nasikianga wako kwa team, but wako back office.
We're quite a few in the industry, actually. Wow. It's just that I think a lot of people don't know about us yet. And it's because I think when we started out, as you said, I knew of a few people and my good friends. I have a friend of mine called Ivona Mai. She works for CAF through sports. I have a good friend of mine called Diana Iona. She's in FIFA through sports. So we need to just go out there and venture for more opportunities. For me kufika hapa malilifika, it was not easy because I started in 2009, but I officially got employed in 2021. So you can look at all that period. It took a lot of 11 years. 11 years.
Kwamba hatua moja, safari ndefu huanza kwa hatua moja.
But the thing about it is that after World Cup 2018, because I did analysis for NTV 2018 in World Cup, I did 10 matches, and I kept going. I kept doing what I wanted to do. Mimi nimefanya kazi kwa sales, nimefanya kazi ambazo have no relation to what I do right now. But this is, I studied TV video production. Then I did broadcast journalism. But for me, sports was a passion. It is something I liked. It is something I always saw myself doing. So after 2018, nikaenda, I was nimefanya World Cup. Nimeingia sasa job ya sales. Lakini every lunch hour, Friday, Makore alikuwa akiniita show. Natoka
unaenda show?
Naenda show.
Unarudi.
So wanashanga, msichana amekuwa hapa saa hizi, lakini tunamuona pale analyze ball. Kwani nini? Walikuwa wamechoka na mimi. So and then after that in that was around 2019, nikaingia into administration. I worked for a football academy. That is something I had been doing for 5 years. So I help in a football academy. I also attended matches for FC Leopards and all that. So I've always been an FC Leopards fan since 2006 when I left high school. So vile niliingia, I got into FC Leopards just as a silent fan. Then when the pandemic struck, a few of my friends came together and told me, Gladys, we've been looking at you, tumekuwa tukikona kwa TV, and we think we can do something together. So I started an online show with the help of my friends. It was called On the Pitch. And Tukaambia sasa tutafanyaje? Akasema si uko na kamera. No, let's invest in lights, we look for guests. Everything was us. So we'd buy bundles. Kwa nyumba, sasa hiyo ni saa ya pandemic, au hakuna kutoka.
Zile makafyu lockdown
we took advantage of that and we started an online show. And it was purely for local content.
Local content.
We talk about the English Premier League and other leagues, but we made it local content, and we discovered that there are a lot of people who like local content. So that was in 2020 when we started, the online show on the page. Now on the page, ikafungwa show ingine.
Bado online?
Yes, bado online. So FC Leopards looked for me. And they told me, Gladys, we've seen what you're doing. And since you're an FC Leopards fan and fans can relate to you, why don't you come in and help us do another show? So I stopped doing on the page.
You moved to...
I moved to FC Leopards. And if you check online, kuna show ilikuwa inaitwa Ingwe Fan Zone. So I was the one hosting the show. And it was purely for FC fans. And you know, when we talk about local football in Kenya, it's all about FC and Gor Mahia because of the two. So nikaanza hapo. I did the show for about 9 months, and then I got a call to go for an interview. I had not applied for this job that I got. Someone mentioned my name somewhere. So what I would tell the ladies out there, keep doing what you're doing. Someone will mention your name. And for me, it was someone I didn't know. And when I found out, I was shocked. Because ni mtu ambaye nilikutana tu naye mara moja. We talked, and now she kept following up on what I was doing. I mean,
and I think to the encouragement out here to the growing girls watching this show, it is the same thing we say. Keep doing you. Keep doing you. Lakini hapo kidogo Kadeli, sijui Gladon kamwambia kwa heshima.
Amesema kwamba umesema uko kwa sports, unahusika local content. Hapo kwa safari yake ameguzia local content. Na haswa katika kipindi chetu tunazungumzia sana kuhusiana na wanadada. Hapo awali kumbuka tumetaja gospel, tumetaja ulinzi. Katika labda wewe ni mwanaripota, katika ile tuseme coverage ya sports, tuseme women sports coverage. Haswa tuseme KWPL, volleyball, kama ni masumbu hiyo nini boxing. Coverage yake iko vipi katika media labda?
I can say it's a challenge, but it's growing. And it can only grow if we take time to cover it. So I cannot say that it's equal coverage. It's not equal coverage. It is what I am doing as a reporter. When I got to my current workstation, I told my boss I want to focus on women in sports. So ikifika weekend utapata nimeenda kufanya game ya kinadada, KWPL, volleyball, hockey, swimming, all of them, because for me it is what is it
it's what
I can do.
What drives you? The work women.
What can I do to help grow women, to help give women more airtime? Kwa sababu hivi sasa ukiangalia, even when you're going to the field, it's challenging ukitaka kuinterview mwanadada kwa sababu hawajazoea hiyo coverage. It always gets tough. And even when I'm in the field, we are so many women reporters. We are so many women reporters. I can name up to 10 women reporters. I can name up to 10 women who write very good stories on paper. I can name women who are doing an excellent job. Let us not say we are not having our hands held, kwa sababu mimi watu walinishika mkono na bado wanazidi kunishika mkono. But again, you have to have that drive, you have to have that push, you have to have something that makes you keep going. It's going to be tough. Utalia, you will cry, you will go home late, you will vitu vingi. There are a lot of things.
Kiarie tumesikia kuna kuaga sana na gender biasness ikikuja katika mambo ya sport. Lakini mwanadada wetu hapa amechukuliwa as the only. Manake ulidokolewa, ulichukuliwa tu, ukawekwa katika ulikuwa wapenda sporti. Ukawekwa katika ile tasnia ya sporti. Labda tumezoea kwamba ule ni mwanamke, anafanya nini kule.
Ilikuwa, it was there.
The bias, the nini.
It was there. And the thing is, when they were talking about it, I was not there, but someone told me they felt I'm not strong enough to be there. So you see, I have to, the effort lazima ikuwe double because they feel I'm not good enough. And I cry, but I have the desk that is around me are people who tell me, you know what, you'll cry, but you have to come to work the following day. You have to do this. Because again, there are also challenges. I had not worked in a newsroom before. So counting to where I am today, I think I've grown, I've become better. And for me, I think every opportunity is a stepping stone to get better, to get higher to where you want to go.
And talking about opportunities, and I'm happy we share a good friend, Diana Yonda.
Yeah.
Diana, I worked with her. She came in as a trainee at Supersport. And we support the same club, Tusker. In fact, I keep telling her, kutoka ende, squeeze, I don't get my Tusker merchandise. And you mentioned about those challenges, those scene, a woman with a camera kwa kiwanja, and anaambiwa, we, toka tuone game, because it's not kawaida scene, a woman carrying a camera ama kitabu kwa
You
kiwanja.
have to stamp authority. You have to stamp authority. You have to be a bully. Kwa sababu ukienda huko ukiwa na a very soft heart, they will bully you around.
True,
Mara mingi mimi nimeenda study, hata mtu anakata nifanye interview. Lakini namwambia, you know what? Mbona ukatazi wala watu wengine? I'll also do the interview. You have to be tough. You have to ask the right questions. You have to be very informed. And you have to have two sides. You have to be tough and soft, because now you're dealing with someone. You have to know the balance. Lazima ujue.
Zile soft skills lazima, then you have to.
They have to apply, and they apply everywhere.
To strike a balance. Because nimetaja Diana because na kina Emai, because I think they have had the chance, CAF, FIFA, Zurich. But one thing that comes very strongly is the need to stamp authority. And I'm saying this very respectfully to even the growing girls. I think you just need to, ile kifua, we call it pale mtaa, kuwa tu na kifua. Just be a bit stronger, because I think Glado amesema, you have to work twice as hard.
Kabisa.
Even when I am there days I wake up and I feel I've not done enough, and I beat myself about it.
True.
But what matters is what I'm going to do next.
True.
So today you may fail, and I will do mistakes. We'll do mistakes.
Kidogo Midecha, tutazungumzia zaidi kiaria. Manake ni makubwa ambaye Midecha ameeleta hapa katika mdahalo wetu. Kwa hiyo tutawapeleka tu mapumziko kidogo, alafu turejee baada ya muda mfupi. Kwa hiyo mtazamaji wangu, zidi kufuatilia mdahalo wetu, panapo majaliwa tutamaliza. Kwa hiyo Midecha, mgoje hapo mbele.
Everywhere GBS.
Naam, nakukaribisha tena katika mdahalo wetu. Kumbuka tusemezane zaidi katika mitandao za kijamii @GBS TV Africa. Katika mitandao zote mimi utanipata katika mtandao wa Facebook @Kadeli Aita, vile vile Instagram Kadeli Aita, na vile vile Twitter Kadeli Aita. Hapa tupo naye Gladys Midecha. Na Midecha, ulikuwa unazungumzia zaidi, je, umekuwa una challenges ambazo ulikuwa unazipitia, ukafika hapa ukaanguka, ukaona nafaa kujiinu, ulikuwa unazungumzia sana. Labda tuendeleze.
I think again a big challenge ni when you go to the field and people don't know you, hawakujui bado hawajakuzoea, wanashanga wewe ni nani. It's also very hard. Pia ukienda there are people who don't want to be interviewed by you because again hawakujui, and you have to go back with a story. You have to just keep building your rapport. Lazima ukue very very patient. And hata mimi nikianza I was very impatient. But I had to learn on the job. And I think one of the things I've learned, and I can advise any person who is starting there, it is okay to learn on the job because you'll get better. You will get better. No one is born perfect. You have to be imperfect for the perfect in you to come out. Learn on the job, and it is okay to make mistakes. When you make mistakes, you just learn.
Then you're able to learn from them.
But every day when I wake up, I look forward to going to work because I am doing something I love. I am doing something I absolutely love. I wake up, I think about sports. I wake up at 3 to watch basketball. I wake up at you know,
Kila kitu ni
Eat, drink, sleep.
drink, sleep, sports.
Sports.
I think I had to stop wearing sports jerseys because they were the only thing that was in my wardrobe. Nikitoa jersey ya local league na va European naenda, you know, that was the only thing. I decided, no, now I have to create something.
With the girl in you. Also.
The girl in me had to come out.
The girl has to come out.
Yeah,
but again, there's something you had mentioned, and it's good to mention again and ask you about the soft skills. Soft skills zile ulisema, you know, how the balancing act between being firm, being polite, being, you know, I mean, how does it work? You know, especially in your world.
I think something works differently for everyone. It depends again on where you are. Most of the challenges I got in my workspace.
Okay.
So I had to choose when I want to react to what. There are days you will have to be very, very tough. Kuna wakati mwingine tutajibizana, but I have to understand that it is just a work thing and not to make it personal.
Exactly. Yeah.
So for me, what I usually do, nitakasirika, I'll go to the bathroom, I'll cry for a few minutes and then come back and, you know, call myself for a meeting.
True.
And then two, it's very important to know when to react. When to react. You can react at the wrong time, say the wrong things. Yeah. So when I am angry, who is my go-to person? Who do you have on speed dial? Do you need to take time out and breathe? Yes. What are you saying at what particular moment? Kwa sababu si kila wakati not everything requires an answer. Yeah. Sometimes it's just okay to breathe in and walk away. Yeah. So it's going to be tough. And it's also good to have a support system. Yeah. I have plenty of people who are supporting me. Sezi sema, I have been here, I have done it alone, I will be lying. I have plenty of people who support me. I have plenty of people who have my back. But again, be very careful on who you tell things because si kila mtu ambaye anafurahia.
So the same people you have your back, because I think those are some of the things which I think for the viewer watching us, you're going to be careful also on the people who are behind your back.
Yeah. And I think something that has worked for me, me being on TV or me going to a different workstation, I've tried as much as possible not to change the way I treat people.
Yeah.
Nimejaribu ibaki as same as possible
as
because yes, as me as possible. Bado nitaenda stadium, I'll still stay with my friends and make time.
Labda kuna ule mtazamaji anakuona pale. Anakuona huyu mwanadada ameanza amekuwa mwanaspoti, imekuwaje na ni mwanadada. What really inspired you to take that step ya kuelekea kwa hiyo njia? Ukaamua kwamba hapa ni sports, si kitu yoyote, si kutangaza kule, ni sports.
Especially kabla tajibu, because kuna pale alisema in between she has tried vitu mbili tatu, but still kulikuwa na ile sport, and you still had that one focus, you know, one thing of sport. What is that one thing?
I think for me, the one thing of sports is that I loved sports from the time I started doing it and I focused on it.
Okay.
I had challenges. Even my mother used to tell me, I don't understand. What is it about sports? I mean, that is driving you. Then I told my mom, you know, I'm looking at it in an industry where there are not very many people doing what we're doing. And even if they are, what can I do differently? What can I add differently? At the end of the day, I still have a focus on where I want to go. Where I am and all the things I have been doing, I'm using them as stepping stones to get to where I'm going. So for me, the one thing that focused me on sports is I know I can make a difference in the stories I will tell. I know I can make a difference in the path that I want to take my sports career to. So for me, every day I wake up knowing I can make a difference. It doesn't matter how small it is. I want to make a difference in the sporting industry.
Not just a career.
It is not just a career. For me, it is a dream. It is an inspiration. And I look at women out there doing the things they're doing, and I am encouraged more every day. Yes. For me, there's nothing that is going to get in my way. If I meet an obstacle, I have to ask myself, how am I going to pass through it? Yes.
So I think it's a good time to ask about the highlight because I think what are the highlights? Maanake Glado tumesema ni mwanaspoti, ametoka kwa majezi, at times pia amesema ni dame. Pia isikuwe tu. Isikuwe pesa zingine pia Malik Bama, ni dame pia. Unajua pia isikuwe tu ni majazi, ma newsroom. What are the highlights of your career?
I think I have a few highlights, but I think I can name about 3 or 4. Okay. The first one was the first time I hosted FC Leopards Fan Zone.
Okay.
It was an online show.
Yeah.
And I remember that day we had about over 15,000 people viewing. That was very big, yes, online.
Wow.
The first show, about 15,000 people. 15,000. K. I still look at it and I am surprised. And my friends pushed the numbers for me. That was one. 2, of course, you know, when you start your own things with your friends, you're excited about it. On the pitch was a project, one of my babies, and I think I should go back to doing it, you know. And I was excited about it. But 2, when I got this job at K24, I was so excited because when I got that call for the interview, I was like, I did not apply. I did not apply for it. What kind of grace is God showing me? Yes. So when I got this job, I was the day I signed. For me, that is a big highlight for me. And I was enthusiastic, so enthusiastic about it. I'm still enthusiastic about where I work. The third one for me, the Sakafa Women was hosted in Nairobi.
Yes.
You remember countries from East Africa?
The
Came.
Sakafa region.
The Sakafa region came. And I was called by mistake. The person who was supposed to do it didn't show up, so someone recommended me. And I went.
You are recommended?
I was recommended. So when I went, I did the first analysis. And the director was so impressed with me.
Okay.
The very day nilifanya the first analysis, they told me I'm going to do commentary. I had never done commentary. Yes. So I remember a friend of mine, Greg Mulemi, was doing commentary that day. So I told him, I have no idea what I'm going to do. He told me, you know football, you love football. Now choose language. So I listened to him for a whole game. And I was given the second game the very first day.
Wow.
I did that. So I did the second day, that day I did commentary, the second game.
How was it?
I was so, I love language. So for me, I was using in high school, literature.
Literature.
Yeah, I was taking literature. I listened to Peter Drury, so I was like, let me pull a Drury now.
Pulling those,
I was pulling a Drury moment.
Pulling those Drury moments.
And Jim Belgin and, you know, the people I look up to. So I was like, I don't think we've had a sports commentator in Africa who's a woman.
A woman.
No.
And for me, I was like, now this is what I want to do. So I took the mic and I did it. And after that, they called me again and again and again. And for me, it was doing commentary and analysis for all those games. And Vihiga Queens, I support Vihiga Queens. Yes, I support Vihiga Queens.
And you wanaongoza.
Yes. Yes, Vihiga Queens was there. I got to talk about these players. I got to talk about other players in the East African region. And just to see how rich football is in East Africa is very, very encouraging. And I did the final. From there, I went online and the what people were saying about me were good reviews. And people who had been, I remember Bernardo Tieno called me and he told me, keep going. If Bernardo Tieno calls you, it's a big deal. Who doesn't know Bernardo Tieno?
I mean,
he is the guru of commentary.
If Peter Drury called you a Kadeli today and told you, I want to learn Kiswahili from you, I think
I can't sleep. Mrs. Lala. I didn't sleep. I was so excited. I was so happy.
That's good.
And it was a very big stepping stone. And then from there now, I also started doing commentary for FC Leopards. So a few games for FC Leopards, you'll hear me doing commentary once in a while. And it's exciting for me because I'm enthusiastic about local football. Very enthusiastic about local sports. So that was another big highlight of my career. My fourth one, I think it's coming. My fourth highlight, it's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah. You'll invite me here again. Na nitakuja niwaambie the fourth one. Yeah.
Because I'm surprised you are a commentator Do you still commentate or unajua kuna watu wangetaka wamsikize after?
Yes, I still do commentary. I still do commentary. And I also want to do commentary for other sports. Yeah. So now, currently, I thank God for my boss. I have one of the best bosses. If everyone could pass through his hands, I would recommend. He was also very, he's very supportive. And he told me, you just need to keep pushing yourself. So now I host the Basketball Africa League is going on in Africa right now, and he gave me the chance to host the show. And so now I'm doing basketball, and I also do athletics. So now it's opening more doors for diversity. Yeah. So yes, I still do football commentary. I'm learning how to do athletics commentary right now. I'm also learning how to do some basketball commentary because where I want to go, I want to go into commentary and full-time like analysis and be the face of Kenya when it comes to women who are analyzing and doing commentary in sports. Yeah.
Wow. In Africa, there's a lady called Caro Shabalala.
Yes.
Shabalala.
She's the face of women and sports.
Yes. Yes.
So when Gladys speaks like that, I see next year, naona AFCON. AFCON next year.
I was. Unajua nilikuwa naomba sana. We get our house in order.
Yes.
I am 100% sure Kenya would have been in AFCON. This AFCON that is starting in May. And I had my targets, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to go here and I'm going to do Kenyan matches, all the games that Kenya is going to play, and I am going to do commentary. Yeah. So
Unfortunately.
No, I don't think. I think it's a chance for us to get our house in order.
Yeah,
of course.
Put things into perspective because we have a whole generation that is dependent on whether we're going to do things right, and we need to do things right. Yeah.
Wow. Actually, I brought it up because nimefikiria nimekuona the AFCON, then next year because umesema the fourth one is coming, nimeanza kufikiria about AFCON 2023 Ivory Coast.
Amen.
Then nimeanza kuona sura ya pale Glado akiwa pale chini akiwa pale chini na Mike anatuletea pale pitchside.
I need to be there.
No,
I want to be there.
No, you need to be there.
You will be there.
I will be there.
No, you actually not. You will be there. I think that's what we say here.
I will be there.
You must be there.
I must be there. I will be there. I know. God listens from our mouth to his ears.
Thank you.
Wow.
So I think for me, Glado, it has been a good and encouraging engagement. First, seeing the struggle, seeing the
safari yake.
The synergy. Call it synergy because the industry has got, it's a chess, it's got very many stakeholders. But most importantly also, it's the precision of the many small people, the known and unknown, people who continue to hold you. And the prayers that keep supporting you even without knowing. And I think it's a good time to ask a Sports SUGU, what is that one message, one inspiration? Tunasema nasaha.
Nasaha. Neno moja tu.
What is that one inspiration you can give to a growing girl, 18 years today, a sports enthusiast, to say that's the next Glado 2030?
Before I say that, there's something I'd like to say. I had never met Carol Radul.
Radul.
Yes.
Radul tumfahamu.
The day I did my first analysis, she went to her social media page and wrote about me.
Oh, wow.
I was blessed. And the day I met her, I'm like, oh, hi, Carol, my name is Gladys. She was like, oh, you're so tiny. I'm like, oh, yeah. So thank you, Carol. It was a big stepping stone. And she invited me to her shows.
It's a big name.
Carol Radul, Beladotino. I mean,
Ida Waringa. There are very many.
Surely. I think I've been in good hands, so to speak.
I have. And the thing is, I've not worked with them directly, but they kept supporting me throughout.
That is from
Glado.
God.
Because of time.
So my message to women and girls out there is that there are women out here who are ready to support you. There are men out here who are ready to support you. Not everything is fighting you.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to look at the good in things. Keep praying, keep working, and most of all, you have to have your goal be the reason why you wake up every day.
Wow. tunaweza kupata wapi katika social media channels zako?
On Twitter, Gladys_Midecha, Facebook, Gladys Midecha, Instagram, Gladys Midecha. Yes, that's where you can find me.
Asante.
Kiarie, labda una la ziada?
Mimi sina la ziada.
I know what you want to tell me today. I can see what you want to tell me today. I know what you want.
Mimi sina la ziada, but I think we underscore this opportunity to thank Gladu for taking time to be our host this Saturday afternoon, and most importantly for the kind lessons you have offered to the many growing girls. The inspiration. I think, and one word that I've picked up, it's keep being you. I think that's my take home. Just keep doing you, keep being you. And from my end, sina la ziada. Thank you very much.
Kwa hiyo mtazamaji wangu, imekuwa safari ndefu na umesikia mdahalo wetu. Tumekuwa na Midecha, amezungumzia zaidi mambo ambayo yanaathiri mwanadada moja kwa moja katika tasnia ya michezo, na tumesemezana, lakini kwa sasa tunasepa. Kabla nitoke, nitakufahamisha kwamba nitakupeleka mbali kwanza, kwamba hapo awali mwanaume ama mume angeenda afanye kazi, kisha na maana akipata pesa angetafuta mwanamke ama binti zaidi wa kujenga naye maisha pamoja. Lakini hivi leo wanadada ndio ama mabinti ndio wanatafuta waume wenye pesa, najiuliza. Kwa hiyo ukitafakari hilo, sisi hatuna la ziada, tunasepa kwa sasa, ila tunakuambia kwamba tupatane weekend ijayo inshallah, panapo majaliwa Mwenyezi Mungu akujalie wewe na hali zako. Tupatane tena siku ya Jumamosi. Sisi tunaondoka.